What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you about VinFast. I want to go over some of the data points, why it is still continuing to go up, and some things that you need to consider. So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that, let's get right to it. So today it is up 30%. So it did have a high of $73.90, which is making the market cap roughly around $304 billion. And yes, you are seeing that right. $304 billion. That is absolutely insane. And even when this was trading around, I'd say the $15 mark, even at those prices, a lot of people were saying that this was overvalued. On which I did videos saying that hypothetically, based on at least what we did know, which was just over about 11,000 vehicles produced in the first half of the year, 6 to 7 is a very good buying opportunity. Of course, not factoring in the potential 300,000 that they could do as far as overall capacity. I think a lot of people are starting to digest that information still to this time, or still up to now. And this is what is causing it and driving it significantly higher. And based on this, there was news. I've already covered this on a previous update, but on the 21st, there was some news, so pretty good stuff. But of course, as of right now, there's been nothing. So no SEC filings, no press releases, nothing like that from the company. So right now, this is just FOMO. And as well, a lot of institutions adding it to its portfolios, to its ETFs and various things like that. But at the time of doing this video, there's been absolutely nothing. So ever since it did join the NASDAQ on the 15th, it has just been one crazy volatile ride. So as you can see, it did have a low, all-time low of $9.11 and $73.90 as far as a high. So of course, one thing to consider that I just wanted to share with you is just be cautious, because even though big money is very much getting in, and they definitely are in large amounts, it might be for some other purpose, potentially to lend out, because when it comes down to shorting, I'll give you guys a quick overview of that. So short score is currently 61, utilization is at 100%. And that's something that you need to consider, is utilization is already at 100%. But right here, it does show 0.88% of the free float is being shorted. 63.25 thousand shares overall are being shorted. But looking at the cost to borrow, that is what is most likely driving a lot of institutions to this play, because a lot of companies like to just buy a stock that has a fairly high cost to borrow and a lot of willing buyers essentially, and just lend out the shares. So of course, that's a common practice among BlackRock and sometimes even Vanguard, but the cost to borrow average is 378%. The max is 454%. So that is absolutely huge. And I do feel that Ortex isn't really updating their information correctly, because even looking right here, this is the interactive broker short availability. And as of right now, it shows there's no available shares to short. So once again, kind of adds to the confusion and the mix. But like I said, just be cautious, because even at these prices, just to put it in perspective. So I'll quickly go over here. So this is under Lucid, but under VinFast. So if we go to a lot of the multiples, right now the multiples are 207.7x for the PS ratio. And like I've said, I think a lot of people are just not really, and initially weren't really valuing the future, which is the 300,000 overall full capacity. But at this stage, with it at $65, they must be building rocket ships there, or some other thing that I am not aware of. But once again, it's just something that you need to consider. Looking on their actual website, their vehicles are good. I'm not going to discredit them by any means, and their price level is fairly good. And plus, as well, like I've mentioned in the past, a very comparable company is Polestar. So as far as their infrastructure that they're trying to reach, such as VinFast. But still, no matter what though, as much as I would love for this to run up to $100, with this having a market cap of $303 billion, makes you question things. At the time of doing this video, still they have not launched any options activity. So once again, once that does and is launched, you might see a little bit more of a settling in reality, potentially, of course. So when it comes down to VinFast, what is your take on it? Do you think that it is justified at $305.43 billion? Do you think it needs to trace back down? Because initially, when I was doing videos, I said, yes, it was a good buying opportunity between 6 and 7, like I mentioned, but realistically, it could run up to around the $33 mark. I, under no circumstances, would have projected it to go this high. This is just crazy, crazy. So it might settle back down to maybe the $30 or the $20 mark. Who knows at this stage in the game? There's a lot of different things that's floating around. All we do know as of right now is that the market cap, or sorry, the outstanding shares is 2.31 billion. And when it comes down to, for instance, previous documents that have come out, VinFast has stated that they do need money. So they will need a little bit of liquidity. So I don't know if this bump up might be their opportunity to potentially dilute, but as you can see, there's one buy right here that is maintaining a pretty strong support. So let me know you guys' thoughts on VinFast and their vehicles. Have you guys looked at them? I know for stat purposes, they're okay, nothing to really write home about, but I think it's more so the credits that they're offering and just the price point that might be appealing. So once again, let me know you guys' thoughts. And one final thing I just wanted to share with you, even though VinFast is going up, down, sideways, all over the place, extremely volatile, take advantage of free promos, and that is with MULN. Link in the description below and also the comments. Sign up for a free account, throw $100 at it, you get 5 free stocks. Each stock can be valued up to $2,000, and you also get a $50 cash reward. So this in among itself is a crazy, crazy deal, only available up until August the 31st. Link in the description below and also the comments. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a ton of money on VinFast.